I wanted to show you guys our site from last night. We are right here off of Swift River in Canada, and we backed into this site and it is awesome. It was a great site. The road ends right where our truck is, and as you can see right next to us is the Swift River. It is beautiful here. Over there we have a nice hillside, and then on the other side, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's walk over here. There is an awesome little pond, guys. I actually took the dogs for a walk yesterday and was walking up this road, and some ducks got up out of that pond. That was pretty cool. So this is one of the reasons, one of the big reasons we actually went to the truck camper, is so we could get in to places just like this, guys. This was an awesome site. We are well off the road here. There was hardly any road noise at all. I did hear one semi go by last night, and that was it. But the views still are not going to quit for us, guys. It is just beautiful up here in Canada and Alaska. Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys.
We stopped in Watson Lake for the night and got some groceries because I don't think there's going to be any stores on the Cassiar for a while. We paid a pretty penny. How much were you saying those eggs were?
I don't know. I got an 18 pack and I was looking at the dozens and they were anywhere from $6.50 to $8.50 for a dozen. So I got the 18. I got an 18 pack and 3 drinks, and it was 25 bucks. But that's Canadian.
Canadian, yeah. And we paid a lot for some ground beef too. I don't remember how much. I'll have to look
It's more than it was more than $10 a pound for the ground beef.
And that was for like 80% ground beef. But we needed it. We got to eat. The dogs got to eat. And we actually bought the dogs a brisket. The brisket was cheaper than the ground beef. Yeah. So he just trimmed off all the fat and cooked it in the Instant Pot for me because I wasn't feeling very well yesterday. But we're going to head down the Cassiar and take you with us.
We've never driven the Cassiar, guys, so we will see it together for the first time. It's going to be pretty cool. I have no doubt that it will be as beautiful as our whole summer has been so far.
One thing about the Cassiar is that it is only 2 lanes with very little shoulders and pull-off areas. So that's going to be something, especially if somebody has any kind of like tire trouble, car trouble. There's nowhere to pull off for long distances. I should have thought and got some emergency flares while we were in town, just in case. But
another bummer for me is the supposedly, according to the Milepost magazine, you are not allowed to just pull over and park and stay overnight on the Cassiar. You can on the Alcan, but not the Cassiar. So that's kind of a bummer. We have to make it from RV park to RV park.
Or state campground.
Yeah, but the state campgrounds are pretty cheap, and Allison was telling me about some free areas.
Yes, there is some free designated camping spots that I've seen. So, and there's only like 4 spots in the first one, first come, first serve. So we'll see. It's going to be an adventure.
Always is. Well, we have a new goal we wanted to tell you guys about. I was looking around on YouTube the other day and noticed that only about 20 to 25% of our viewers are actually subscribed to our channel. So we'd like to personally ask you guys to go and check and see if you're actually subscribed to us. If you already know you're not, what are you waiting for, guys? It's free.
Yeah, it's free. You can do it. It's so easy. Just click that little subscribe button and follow us, and that way you'll be able to continue along with our journey. We'd love to have you with us.
Absolutely. And our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers. We're at just over 3,500 now. So if you don't mind, go check it out and see if you're subscribed.
The sun is coming up. Are you ready to go? We can take a ride. We can take it slow. Well, it's my law. I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause I'll go where you go.
stopped here at the Beaverdam recreation area, and they have this cool little map. It shows we're way up there where that pink bubble is. We have to go all the way down. This rest area is pretty nice, and it says in the milepost that you cannot camp at rest areas unless there's a sign saying you can. But I'm going to show you in a second. Looks like people camp here. There's a wildfire history signboard that shows wildfires all the way up to back to 1954, I think, up to 2012. I don't think it's been updated because it looks like there were more recent fires here. There are picnic tables over there that look like they have campfires by them, and they're all spaced out where you could actually have a really nice campfire with a picnic table. And there are fire pits that people have made. There's also the garbage that people left behind. I wonder if the reason that they don't allow camping on most of this area is because it's so remote and they've had so many fires started by campers.
Things you try are things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world.
We found this awesome little stop. It's called Jade City, and what it basically is, it's not a city, it's a Jade store. They do jade carving, jade cutting here. You will see inside, we're gonna find some really cool treasures, and they even do jade cutting demonstrations. We're gonna go check out some of the equipment because there's no jade demonstrations currently, but let's go look around.
Just what we need, a bunch of big rocks for our RV. Let's go.
Out front there are a bunch of the jade stones here that have been cut, and you can see some of their tools in the background. And then there is also an Airbnb here and free RV parking here. Free coffee and tea as well, and there's some sodas and water for purchase, along with all the goodies we're going to show you in just a minute.
You know how we told you guys that there was no just pull out and camping on the Cassiar Highway? Well, we are still on the Cassiar, and you are not going to believe the sight that we had last night here at, I believe it's called Upper Gnat Lake. If not upper, it's at least Gnat Lake. I'll put it in right here so you'll know for sure which one it is. But man, this place was awesome. We're a few hundred yards off of the Cassiar Highway, and we are down a ways from it, and we are right on a lake over here. There are about 4 or 5 spots here that they called primitive camping, so obviously there's no hookups or anything, but I'm going to turn you guys around now and show you our view for last night. It was awesome. Well, as we come down a little bit into the site here, it still doesn't look like much. It looks like it's actually pretty treed and tight. We did have to jockey around a little bit to find a spot that was level enough to get level. To put the slides out, we got some blocks on that side and some 2x4s on this side because we are facing uphill. But as we come around the side of the camper here, the view just starts to get better and better, guys. We're coming over this way to the lake. We are literally 15, maybe 20 feet from the lake. And from the inside of our camper, this is our view right out this direction. It was a great stay. Hardly any road noise whatsoever because we're so far off the road. And this was, you know, the payoff here. Awesome view, awesome little stay, 0 cost, and 0 of this had to be pre-planned. We didn't even know we were going to stay here when we took off this morning, or yesterday morning, that is. We're getting ready, we're packing up now and getting ready to leave again for the day. But we wanted to show you our site, you know, before we head out for the day. Cannot believe we found a spot this cool, this scenic, and this free, guys, with no preparation. Everybody plans for their trips for years to come up here to Alaska and back down. We did zero planning, guys. We made it all the way up, and now we're heading on our way back down. And again, this beautiful view, it just keeps getting better and better, guys. If you haven't been watching our tip-to-tip travel videos, we started down in Key West. We went all the way up to the Arctic Ocean, through Alaska, and now we're headed back to the lower 48. So I highly suggest you go and watch that, because the beauty that we've seen on this trip is just second to none. I wanted to come up here and give you guys a bit better of an idea of where we stayed last night. If you look right here behind us, there's the highway right there. This big old flat spot here, you could just pull out for a potty break or whatever you needed on the highway here. But when you look down towards the primitive campground, you can maybe see through the trees right here. There's an earth roamer down there, so that's one of the spots. This right here is the spot we were in, and then there's another spot right over here on the edge that actually looks right out on the water as well. But I wanted to show you guys from up here because you get a much better idea of just how beautiful this little spot was for us for the night.
We stopped here in Isket, in this little town, I think population around 400. This is the Jade Store. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but it is a First Nation store. There's a little cafe over there. We're stopped here for diesel. The bathrooms inside were very clean. How was the fuel prices?
Fuel prices, as normal here, kind of in the middle of nowhere, they're pretty high. So it's right now $2.27 a liter. I think there's 3.7 liters in a gallon. So you're looking at almost $8 a gallon, I would think. What I didn't like about this stop was you could put it in and push a button that said fill up instead of how much dollar amount you wanted to put in. A fill up only gave you $100. Well, we were just at about a half a tank, and the truck took $222 worth Canadian. So I had to actually work the pump 3 different times to finally get a fill up. So fill, in this case, didn't work out well for us, but hey, we got it done. Just took us 3 attempts. Oh, also, they had free windshield washing squeegees. So, Sean Marshall, you'd like this place.
Not sure what's in the little cafe here, but I think that the Isket would be a great place for a biscuit and brisket restaurant. What do you think?
Well, we're still in Isket here at the Cluchon, I guess, store area. And we were getting ready to leave and notice this. What do you guys think that sign says?
No idea.
I think this native language might be kind of hard to learn. I don't know. That word seems pretty hard to pronounce.
Yeah, even the language itself, Tlingit, T-L-I-N-G-I-T, I think. How do you say that? I don't know. We got to do some research, I guess. We should do that before we film.
But it's always cool to see signs that you know, or something that you know with a foreign word on it, so you know what that word means just right off the bat. It's pretty cool.
Leave it here in the comments if you know what that sign says.
We're still trying to figure it out, guys.
I know it's been a struggle. I know you've had some pain. I know you're feeling tired, held down by all the weight. Yeah, I know you're feeling lonely. Your smile ain't the same.
We just passed mile 225 on the Cassiar, and that's the halfway point. And so far, what do you think about this route?
I think it's got good and bad. The road is pretty narrow in some spots, and there's not any shoulder hardly at all anywhere along the route. There's a little more, or actually quite a bit more, like frost heave areas like that. We just went over there, but it is just as beautiful a drive as the Alcan for sure.
And in this section that we're in, the road has been recently resurfaced. It is, you can see like fresh asphalt, and there's even a center line, which is rare on the Cassiar in most places. And one thing that we've noticed also on the trip down is that the sides of the road aren't manicured, aren't cut back in a lot of areas unless you're close to a town, and that makes it harder to see the wildlife on the side of the road, so that is a little bit more dangerous. Once you get into the little villages, it is usually manicured. But also another thing is on the way up, there weren't the leaves on the deciduous trees, so you had a better view, and right now everything's green and actually turning into fall colors, so it's blocking a lot of the views, but it is still so beautiful.
I think the sides of the road, the way they manicure them on the Alcan is this time of year. They come and they cut or bush hog or whatever, everything on the sides of the road during the fall time, and then the leaves fall, nothing really grows, and then the snow comes, and then springtime comes, they're still manicured because nothing grew through the winter, and then they let it grow all spring and summer, and then they come back and recut again in the fall. I think that's probably the process. That's why this time of year we're running into quite a bit of foliage on the sides of the road.
Well, we were so excited. I had found this place called Mezi Aden Provincial Campground. It had wonderful reviews about campsites on the river or on the lake, and you could usually see bears in the area. Well, apparently right now there are too many bears. The salmon must be running through there. We were actually planning to stay here. We were going to leave the camper there and take a 40-mile drive to Hyder, Alaska, and see, there's a place to watch the bears over the river there, but there's no other campgrounds for 150 kilometers or something like that. So we're not going to go because that one's closed for bear activity. We're just going to keep on going. And so we're here at this convenience store. Got a couple of drinks set up. I had a call with a client, potential client, for our health coaching program. And so that was nice to be able to just set the Starlink out and make that call. Now we're going to get back on the road to find another camp spot.
And you know, you got to be semper gumby, like I said when we were in the Marine Corps, always flexible, guys. I said earlier today when we were leaving our campsite from last night that we've done all of this with no plans, no preparation. Same for today. You have to be able to do things like this if you're going to go up and do big trips with no preparations and things like that. Not a big deal. We got there, it said closed. We said, okay, the reason we were going to go to this campsite is because it was close and we had that call. So we saw this place, we came up here, we set up here, we did the call, we made another plan. We'll go down the road. If that place is closed, we'll keep going or we'll find something else. We stopped here at Bonus Lake Recreation Site. We are still on the Cassiar Highway, and we wanted to show you guys our spot for last night. It was another pretty epic site. You can tell we're not too far off the road. You can't really see it that well from this little tiny primitive camping area, but you can hear it. So if road noise is a problem for you, you might not want to try this one. But once I show you this site and the view that's kind of behind you guys, I think you're going to want to come and see it. Let me spin you around and show you what I'm talking about. We'll start here with the road. This is the very end of the road coming in, and you can see this pretty good mud hole here, full of water. There's a few more up there around the corner, but it's definitely doable. There was a guy down here in a little Nissan type car last night, and a couple actually stayed right there also in a little car. So it's definitely doable in a car. Like I said, it is completely off-grid camping down here, so there's no hookups whatsoever, no power of any kind. But we got a really nice little spot under the trees here, and I'm not sure if you can see our Starlink up there, but for whatever reason here, my Starlink was pointing southwest, so I'll show you guys a little bit of that up there. But we did have, even with the tree coverage, we had pretty good Starlink signal. We didn't have any trouble streaming shows or anything like that, so that was pretty cool. Over there, when we got in here, there was another truck camper right there in that spot. There are two picnic tables, one there on the side of our truck, and then this one over here. I believe the milepost says there are 4 sites in here. Maybe you could probably do it. Very small RVs though. But as we come around this way, guys, this is the view I was telling you about. We are right on a lake. Again, guys. We seem to be lucking out on this on the way down the Cassiar. We have been in 2 really awesome sites, and one that was pretty outstanding as well. So we have been doing very well with luck as far as getting sites here. We are literally 30 feet from the truck right now with this awesome view. We sat here last night and watched trout, or some kind of fish at least, jumping out there in the water, and had no problems at all until early this morning when our neighbor's dog decided he was going to start barking around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Other than that, guys, this was a great stop. Highly suggest it, and we will be using this again if we're in the area when it's time for an overnight stay.
Feel like you've lost your way. Yeah. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope, don't let go of the promise. It ain't done, yeah, he's got a plan. Watch him rain down, gotta live beside you. Child, you're putting up a fight. Oh, you're stronger than you think you are. Yeah, you're gonna be alright. You're accepted, loved, and valued. Beautiful.
I was looking for a park that we could park in either for free or a Provincial Park. Provincial Park sounded good because when we were in Alberta in the Provincial Park, it included free firewood. This place is Beaumont Provincial Park, and it is $22 a night. No hookups, but they do have water and a dump. And they don't do firewood at the campgrounds here like we thought. For free, it was $10 for a load. We have this nice little picnic area though. We grilled right over there last night. Fire pit. There is a burn ban currently. There's our site. We have this nice long pull-through site. It is first come, first serve. It is a nice park. There are so many amenities. We'll show you a lake in a minute. There's a playground. There's a beach. But I don't think we'd stay here again if it was just for one night because we couldn't find any with a view. This is the beach on Lake Fraser, and they have a nice picnic tables, and there's the bathhouses over there, and look at that view. So pretty. Wish we had more time to spend here.
Yeah, you're living, breathing, moving. You can hold your head up high. Yeah. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope, don't let go of the promise. It ain't done yet, he's got a plan. Watch him rain down, the God of miracles. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope, don't let go of the promise. It ain't done, life is worth living. Watch him rain down, the God of miracles.
We found another beauty here, guys. We are at Green Lake Provincial Park here in BC, Canada, and this is Arrowhead Campground. You're not gonna believe this view we got. We pulled right in here. There were several spots still available, still open. It is $18 to camp here. It is dry camping, so there are no amenities at the site except for pool tables and fire rings, which are very cool. The site that we chose was very level. We just backed right in. Everything was good to go. We hopped in and had a decent site for the night. But let me spin you guys around and show you the view. So pretty simple site here, mostly just gravel. Like I said, there is a picnic table, and there's ours, and then the fire ring over here. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. We backed up literally 20 to 30 feet from this lake. We sat here last night. We got in just a little bit before sunset. So about the time we got done setting up and everything, we got the opportunity to see a great sunset, and just had an awesome night. This one is about 6 miles off of the highway, 7 miles. It's 12 kilometers, so it was a little ways, but obviously no road noise. As you can see there, our Starlink is facing that direction, and we had zero issues with any connectivity last night at all. Highly suggest this campground, and not bad for 18 bucks a night either. Well, this is where we're going to leave you on this one, guys, but you're going to want to come back next week for sure, because we have a lot more to show you. Well, as always, Semper Fi.
And God bless.